Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome back to Westman Crafting Company for another episode of ShiftDrink. This is another part of our Absinthe series, so again, I'm going to be joined by Jonathan Laurel here. And today, our Absinthe of choice is going to be Brevans Geiger. Brevans Geiger, yeah.
So this is another absinthe made by Duplay. They have this Brevans series that is named after a man who wrote one of many treatises about making absinthe in the late 1800s. In like 1880s, 1890s, there was this kind of slew of treatises about les fabrications des liqueurs, which is like the making of spirits.
Can you say that again?
No, I can't. We very much try, but that's not gonna happen. So the guy's name is Geiger, the guy who made this one particular treatise, and the Brevans series. Sorry, that's a lie. What did I just say? The book is written by a guy named Brevans, and each spirit that this particular brand makes is made from one of the recipes in his treatise. And then they also get designated a particular artist and special artwork from that artist. So this one is named after H.R. Geiger, who is the artist behind the Alien franchise. Yeah.
What is our recommended dilution?
4.5 parts is what we're looking for. The pros will tell you 2-to-1 or 5-to-1. So honestly, it's up to you. Mathematically, we are going to say about 4.5 parts should bring you down.
That's where we like it.
Yeah. This absinthe, early on, you can see even from the bottle, is like a really rich green. It's not particularly dark. It's not particularly pale. It's like a really solid color green. Also, as we're diluting, you're going to start to notice right away, it is a wine-based absinthe.
Which I feel like it'd be more aromatic.
Oh, 100%. Actually, that's not entirely true. This particular absinthe is really special. They split the base. So part of it is a wine base, and then part of it is Mark. Mark is a spirit. It's a pomace brandy that is made from wine must. Okay, so it is. When you make wine, you have the leaves left over. It's like the flesh of the grapes.
Exactly.
Mark is a traditional brandy made from the must.
Okay.
From the Doubs region.
So it's probably not nearly as sweet.
It's not as sweet. It's super musty. It's like really funky and kind of weird. But it is the traditional, original thing to use for absinthe from Eastern France.
Gotcha.
So this was kind of a lark project for Brevans. So the base is a split. It's just straight up wine, distilled wine brandy base, and then also 1 part Mark as well. And you can smell it. It's super, super intense on the nose already. You can smell it from many feet away. The louche itself, it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's pale green.
It's got a little opalescence to it.
Yeah. It's also a little bit more translucent. I think as we get a little bit more water in here, you'll see.
Yeah.
So the amount of translucence or opacity is based on how much anethole is in the spirit. Anethole, the oil, comes from green anise, star anise, and a few other plants, but those are its like main carriers. So from this we can see, like Christian and I were saying, you can see through the glass pretty well. It's not as opaque as other absinthes that we have, but you still get a nice louche. So I would expect that it's going to be less creamy, that it's going to have less of that green anise flavor, which is kind of a sweet,
Yeah,
a sweeter flavor. Oh, that's interesting.
it is very interesting. It doesn't come like so many of them just come across. You can like really get the licorice like right off the bat.
Yeah.
And this one I don't feel like is quite like that. It's definitely in there.
This one is leafy wormwood all the way.
It's significantly different than some of the others.
It's a good absinthe for the weather. It's rainy and gross outside today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This definitely really sets the mood for today.
Huh.
What's the proof on this one?
This should be 65, just about 68. 68%, so
136.
136.
I think this is the
Math.
Yeah, I think this is the highest one we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
Say that we've done on video, I should say. We
Yeah.
have some that are higher proof. We can do those in upcoming videos. If you want to know about any of those, definitely post that in the comments below. And while you're doing that, click the like button.
Hey, hit it. So already you guys can probably see it's taking us a minute to like get into it
Really
and to
process this
figure out what the flavors are. There's quite a lot going on in the glass, but also it's really kind of it's I'm at a loss for words really. It's not bad. It's not astoundingly great. To me, I think my overall rating would be like 3.5, 4 out of 5 stars. Probably 3.5.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
definitely-
super interesting.
It is interesting and it's good and it's drinkable, but it definitely doesn't. It's not as exciting as some of the other absinthes that we have, as far as just all around, I guess.
So to me, I think
It is still a good
the
product.
thing that's hampering the palate is the mark. Mark is such a specific flavor and mouthfeel. It does this thing where it like can deaden certain herbs, and your palate has to kind of acclimate and then work really hard to find what's
It
going
does
on.
kind of seem like there's like a lack of finish on it. Like I'm getting a pretty strong mid palate, but like when it hits the front of your palate, you don't get a whole lot. Like I said, it kind of revolves in that middle part of your palate, and then
Let's talk about the finish first. Actually, I support that. I think I hear exactly what you're saying. I think that it's like because it's not as much anethol, it's not as creamy, so the finish is kind of like dry
It seems
and like
it's lacking.
it goes away. Like it's just kind of gone.
Yeah.
There is like a pretty pronounced fennel flavor in the finish, so in my mouth it feels a little licoricey.
And it almost has like an earthiness to it on that finish specifically.
I think that's probably a combination of the base and the wormwood. Yeah, okay. So, this recipe comes from 1897, and they use regional wormwood. It comes from Pontarlier and Switzerland. There's not really much distinction, I don't think, between the plants. I mean, we're talking about a distance of 60 miles, so it's not really that big of a deal. They like to say that wormwood comes from Switzerland because Swiss wormwood has this like really famous quality in the mouth. It's like really delicate and leafy and bright. Well, bright for wormwoods. So even historically, it was kind of a thing to have Swiss wormwood imported. But to me, in the front, it is just wormwood and pontica, maybe a little bit. It's like, yeah, I support that. Pontica in the mid palate, that's going to be your warmer kind of alpine flavors, cedar wood, rosemary stem, a little bit of mint.
It's definitely I definitely get a strong minty vibe. I feel like I say that about a lot of them, but
Yeah, I mean, so even the first recipe written down, 1794, I think it's 6 herbs, and one of them is mint. And I don't think that we talk about mint enough. I mean, there's so many different species in the Lamiaceae family that can be used either as a tasting note or in making absinthe. But in the original recipe, we have lemon balm, which is also called lemon mint, and regular spearmint that are like growing. So
those are both in that mint family, or the
yeah. So mint is something that it's okay that it's common when we talk about it, because I think It should really be
It's part
just
of
as common as fennel, really. You know. As we get to the bottom of the, well, I'm a little bit further down than you.
Yeah, I added some more water because you diluted yours a little more than I did,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I
sure.
definitely like it after with a little more water in there, a little more dilution. I probably stopped at about 4, and I'm probably ended up taking it up to 5.
So predictably, towards the bottom of the glass, it's getting a little bit sweeter. You know, as your sugar concentrates in the bottom of the glass, that's not uncommon. It's actually something that's like really exciting. You can probably see my absinthe is like starting to really clear up. That's not like a time thing; it's just a volume thing. It just shows that it's not really the creamiest of absinthes. It is a really beautiful bluish color, though.
Mm-hmm. It really does have a nice opalescence to it, especially when you add once you get to that like 5 parts, 4 to up to 5 parts. It definitely
It's really pretty.
becomes really pretty. Yeah.
There is kind of like a coriander, like almost cumin kind of flavor in the back, just spice, like kind of aromatics that are in the finish. Definitely, in terms of who should drink this and who should not drink this, this is certainly one for people who like absinthe, who are familiar with wormwood, and who have some kind of affection for fennel. This is not really shy. In the nose, you don't smell licorice or fennel very much, but it's certainly there. In the back, it's kind of accumulating in my palate. The feeling in my mouth is kind of weird. It's like, it's not tannic, it's not creamy, it's not acidic. It's kind of this like weird happy medium.
Yeah.
But it is a very short finish. Coriander, again, it's coming at me. It's that like soapy aroma. Man, that base is just really like dominating right now.
Yeah. It's kind of funky.
Yeah, super funky. But that, I think, is what makes it engaging. You know, some absinthes are made to be drank, you know, just like pedal to the metal. Some of them you really have to pay attention to, and this is definitely in the latter category, I think.
Yeah. So if you have the means, go out and pick up a bottle of Brevans Geiger, give it a shot, and post in the comments what you think about it. I think this one got 3.5 Jonathans, so
Yeah.
Definitely worth trying. But
You know, if you're gonna find, if it's hard to find something with a historic base and a historic recipe, so go for it. You know, why? I mean, if you got the means, go.
it's definitely probably more of an authentic absinthe than some of the stuff that's on the market right now.
100%, definitely feels that way in the mouth. It's like time traveling, kind of.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of ShiftDrink. Definitely, if you have any questions, like always, go ahead and post those in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it and get back to you on that. Definitely click the like button. And if you want to see more of these, subscribe. But until next time, cheers.
So fun.